Hello everyone, hello. Yes, happy Saturday, good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, live review time. It's a Finnish Choc special today, yes. Yeah, I thought it'd be a nice one to basically, a friend of mine sent me quite a lot of Finnish Choc some time ago, Finnish content, so I need to sort of get them reviewed basically. I've been thinking how best to do it, and well, long story short, as you probably imagined, here we are. Hope you're doing okay. Hi Rick, how are you doing? 34, good to see you, and Lou as well. Not sure how to pronounce Lou's name, but there we go. I think they're slightly gone off the screen for some reason. I can't scroll back up, but I know there is some chat there that I saw before. Something about some random subject to do it. Honestly, some of the topics I do get a lot of sort of a bit of odd. I wouldn't say odd, but just I don't know, agendas. Let's put it that way in some of the comments on my videos. Yes, interesting one. Yeah, just keep you on your toes sometimes. Yeah, it's a bit funny. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes they try to be a bit subtle, but sometimes not. So it's one of those bit of a funny one. Hair seems to be sticking up slightly on one side. Don't know what's going on there, but there we go. But anyway, hope you're doing okay. Hope everyone's all right. Lovely to see you all. Sorry I didn't do a stash watch on Wednesday, but basically I hadn't bought anything. So I think I've since bought a couple of things, but it's got so much to review. It made sense not to buy anything if I could help it. Yeah, I've got too much to get through anyway. I've done 4 reviews this morning already. So yeah, so this is well on top of what I'm doing, so I'm got to be careful. I won't be eating too much of these bars, but there we go. But yeah, hope you're doing all right. Good to see you all. Glad to have you here. So yes, I've got loads of Finnish Choc, and my friend has sent me loads of stuff. This is just half of it, I think. I've got some more, so I'll probably get through 4 or 5 of these hopefully today. So we'll see. But interesting one, a nice selection really. Love Finnish Choc. I've always sort of mentioned about Carl Fazer chocolate. Some of my favourite bars really are Carl Fazer bars. Just love the chocolate, so nice. And now I put a little poll up in the well, I don't know, in the chats anyway. I'd say up somewhere, but I don't know where it would be. But for your favourite country, and I can only put 4 options in the poll basically. So that's why there's only 4 there. And of course, so I couldn't put. I could have put Finland in there, I guess, but it would have seemed a bit odd when we're reviewing Finnish chocolate and this, that, and the other. So there we go. But I'd love to put all the countries in the world there, but I can only put 4. So yeah, yes, there we go. Yeah, no, not yet, Rick, not yet. I hopefully will do soon. Is the short answer to that. Yeah, I've got so much to review, it's untrue. So I'm just trying to get through it all. I've had a couple of new things to review, so I've done a couple of those. But I'm going to hopefully do some reviews tomorrow as well. So maybe tomorrow is the gist of it. Yeah, so it is on the cards. Obviously. Yes. But for the thing, well, it was the Finnish Choc wasn't one of the options, I don't think there, Rick. I don't know. Oh, you mean, I see, sorry, yeah, you voted for the, yes, on the, on which to do today, yeah, oh, good, well, I'm glad your choice won. Yeah, so that's a good thing, yeah, and hi, 34, how are you doing? Yes, you a big fan of Finnish Choc? Yeah, it is nice. You can't get it very often in the UK, well, I haven't seen it much. Some shops do sell some things, but it's quite difficult. But you can import, well, Fazer's chocolate you can import quite easily. It's a reasonable postage cost, at least last time I checked. About £6 or something, which is not too bad. Yeah, I am hoping to do it soon, actually. I was considering tomorrow, so hopefully very soon. I just, yeah, it's just one of those. But I do want to get it reviewed, let's put it that way, Rick. Yeah, I really do. So everyone's doing all right. Yeah, no, those you don't know, Speed of Capitalism, stuff like this. And we do have the old... yes, so they're wrong one actually. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Well, they both say 7. Now they both say 7 for some reason. No idea why that is, but I think it's actually 6. I need to just do the graphic myself. I think I've got it like linked, basically to to like a website that's meant to work all this stuff out for you. I don't think it works it out properly. I think sometimes it's meant for Twitch, but it also is meant to work for YouTube as well. I think it's really 6 that. If it is 7, that's great, but I don't think it will be. It could be. It said 6 just a minute ago. Before I started, I tested it and it said 6. So I don't know what's happened in that second. Maybe someone else has joined, which would be great. But I don't think they will have done. But who knows? So assume it's 6, but it could be 7. But the gist is when we get to 10 and really get to 10, not what this bar says. Who knows what that bar is saying? I'll do a special Domino's exclusive review as well for all the members. So that's the gist of that. So there we go. Yes, right, so there we are. Yeah, hope it was doing all right. I say good to see you, Rick. Good to see you, 34 as well. Yeah, so what Finnish Choc have you had, 34? Have you had, yeah, have to let me know what, maybe I've missed some. Got quite a few today, as I say, got loads of bars here. I've got more as well, but so we might do a 2 or 3 part of this as well, so it could be quite an interesting one. Now, I have to, if any Finnish people are watching, please excuse my pronunciation of any of this. It could be right. It could be right. You never know. But it probably is going to be wrong. So yeah. So here we go. The first one here. Now they were sent to me through the post. So some of these have basically suffered a bit of. Well, basically it was a nightmare when it came through the post. Actually, a complete nightmare. And basically I had all sorts of problems getting these actually to arrive to me. But I did get them in the end. But they've been around the houses. Unfortunately, some of them have had a bit of a trip. Let's put it that way. But I'm sure they're still fine. Ah, you live in Finland, do you? Oh, great stuff, great stuff. Yeah, see, well, I mean, you'll have to recommend a lot to me then, really. So I've got like quite a few different things here, really. Mainly sort of Panda and Phaser, I guess, but there's also a couple of minor, sort of smaller brands as well. So yeah, you'll have to let me know what others to look out for. Yeah, no, it's great chocolate, has to be said. Okay, yes, so the first one here, yes, you might be able to translate this for me. Hopefully it's nothing rude, I'm sure it's not. Penine and Polka. Yes, I do have to apologise for my hands in this one. Now, I assume that's probably Machiavelli, I think, but I'm not too sure. But essentially, it's mint. So, one of those, when I first sort of discovered a lot of Finnish chocolate, mint was sort of down as being this sort of like a sort of candy cane approach. But in the UK, it's generally this colour, actually, the background colour, is associated with mint, not the red and white. So I was a bit confused for that one. I didn't understand what it was at first. But yeah, so that's an interesting one. Nice packaging, of course, as well. So what have we got calorie-wise? Let's have a look, see if we can see. So 400 grams, 541 calories, so quite high on the 500-550 scale. 31 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. Obviously, we can translate that quite easily because it says it's done it for us. Yes, there we go. Peppermint flavoured red coloured candy plate, it says, with crispy crumb, 10%. Contains traces of hazelnuts and almonds. Okay. Right, yeah. We'll give it an open then. As I say, I've something's had for quite some time, so hopefully they're still alright, but fingers crossed. Looks very interesting. Quite excited for this one, as I say. Beauty said certified is what it says. There we go. Make of that what you will. There we are. Real-time hockey players from Finland. I see. Ah, yes, I forgot, of course, yes. Yeah. Right, I'll just move myself down. Okay. Just move the microphone a bit away there so you can't see it. There we go. So I've got the black plates underneath there just in case we need it. Come prepared. Yeah, okay. Yeah, ice hockey. Well, you know, in the UK, I think curling's the closest sport on ice that we have in the UK, basically. Yeah. And that's generally Scottish people play that. I think curling's quite big in Canada, I believe, from the Olympics, if I remember correctly, the Winter Olympics. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Right, let's give this an open then. I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully it'll be alright. Oh, wow. Well, this is unexpected. I didn't expect it to be this colour. Yeah, look at that. Wowzer. It is that colour on the front, but I didn't expect it to be. It just looked a bit... yeah, it is that colour, look. I just thought it would be... I don't know. Even though it is that colour on the front, I still expected it to be sort of a brown chocolate colour. Look at that. Interesting, yeah. So as I say, it has seen better days. It's collapsed a bit. Just because of the post, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. So it has collapsed somewhat. But we can take a bit of a look. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Imagine, it's a shame, actually, because in full, it would have looked very nice. See, it says Panda on the front of it. It's a strange colour. It's a strange colour, Rick, has to be said. Strange colour, yes. No, it's not actually. It's a bit more of a dark red colour in hand. Unfortunately, the camera's kind of saturated slightly. I might just, I think I might just adjust the camera colour slightly anyway. It looks a bit like a brick colour on the camera, but it's not that colour. It's actually more of a pinky red. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. Keep tapping the camera there, it makes it go crazy. Okay, yes. Yeah, unusual, yes. As I say, unfortunately, has had better days. There you go. So the camera, again, working against us a bit there. It's more lighter than that. But there we go. Yeah, I'm trying to think how I can actually display this colour correctly to you, and I don't know if I can. Let's try it on the black background. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, that's probably as close as we're going to get. Probably. It goes very red there. Maybe I'll just remove the... the white backer. Let's see how we get on. It's just a continuous problem, this, trying to get the colours to show properly. Let's have a see. Maybe the white actually helps a bit. I think the black on its own just tends to give things a bit of a blue tint, so I don't know. We'll try like that. That seems okay. See how it goes. Yes. I'm just going to make it look like a Cadbury egg. Yeah. That would be a magical camera, that's for sure. Yes. Yeah, I mentioned, I don't know if you saw the takeaway tier list, Rick. I mentioned how in Scotland they do deep fried cream eggs. They probably do it in many places, but it's more famous in Scotland for doing that, deep frying chocolates. So yeah, I don't know whether you'd like that or not, but they do it. Okay, so I can't really measure this one, unfortunately, because the way it goes, it's probably not worth it. But you can see all the different pieces of mint in there. It's quite a nice looking chocolate, really. So I think it would have more of an effect if it was all in one piece, but unfortunately it's not. So that's, yeah, that's okay. All right, well, yeah, I think I'll lift myself up then, give it a taste. Yeah, sorry, the camera judders a bit when I move it, but there we go. Yeah, so I'll say, it's an interesting one, this one. I would love to do. I'd love to really review these all separately, but unfortunately I just got so many of them. I thought, luckily these libraries, I didn't really consider it before, but yeah, so nice to do. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. Smells nice and minty, by the way. I forgot to mention. Actually, quite a soft chocolate, actually. And a subtle mint taste. It's up my street. It's more subtle. You can see here what we're up against. Yeah, you see the sort of like the mint pieces there. It's not bad actually, I don't think it's. Quite sure it's not ruby chocolate. I think it's just let's just see actually what it says on the pack. Yeah, red coloured candy plate. That's what. So it does say red coloured candy plate. Yeah, with crispy crumb. It's got crispy pieces as well. So it's flavoured mint actually. So that's just crispy pieces apparently. Interesting one. Teresa calls it a red coloured plate. I'm not sure. I assume it's chocolate though. Does it actually say it's chocolate? Yeah. I don't know if it is actually chocolate, to be honest with you. It doesn't actually say it's got chocolate in it. I don't think it. I'm not even sure if it is chocolate. Yeah, I don't actually think it's. I don't actually think it's chocolate. I think it's a bit like so you get sort of Caramax and stuff like this that look like the chocolate, but I don't think it actually is. Yeah, so interesting. Tastes alright though. Did think it did taste. I guess it tastes of mint, obviously, so you're going to get that taste. Interesting one. Place are bashing together. Not bad actually. It's I think it's you can tell it's not sort of chocolate really to an extent. It has a bit of a taste of sort of like a Caramac. It has that kind of powdery almost consistency. Which is very much a mint flavour though. I think it's basically meant to be a Christmas one, this one, which is why it's got the special colours it has. But of course, mint flavouring as well. A nice sort of subtleness to the mint as well. I think it's quite a good level of mint. I actually quite like this. It's not a blaze sort of soft chocolate, but it's interesting. It tastes quite nice. I like the colour. I like the way it's got something about it. Obviously, it's not like bright red or anything, so it does come across as maybe slightly, not quite red, if you know what I mean. But it's got a nice mint to it. I think it's a good level of mint. I mean, mint for me can be a bit too much, but this one's not too bad. And it actually tastes quite fresh as well. It tastes a bit like you're almost eating like a tree bore or something almost. It actually tastes properly of mint. I guess it's got the pieces in perhaps maybe. Although it did say it was a chocolate was flavoured, but well, not the chocolate, the plate. Which is probably why it says plate again, because it's it's not actually chocolate. An interesting one. What to give this? Well, I must say it's a difficult one. I think it's okay. I think if you're a mint fan, you could probably add half a mark to this one, but for me, it's probably 3.5 out of 5. It's a nice chocolate. It's a nice, it's a nice product, but I think it's more about the mint than anything else because it's not quite. What's the word? It's mainly just about the mint basically, because the rest of it, the chocolate itself, isn't really chocolate by the looks of it, and it does have that sort of powdery, non-chocolatey taste that sort of like non-chocolate products do have, like Caramax and stuff like this. So an interesting one. What's winning? I thought Belgium might win. Belgian chocolate is known for being good. It's winning at the moment. Yeah. Swiss chocolate, though, is not too bad, not to be underestimated. German, of course, Ritter Sport, things like this, I guess, and all the ones, the own brand ones, of course. Don't forget that they're made in Germany, apparently. Italy, Ferrero, stuff like this. You know, so if you like Ferrero, that's Italy. What's the other one's Italy? Not too sure. Is Link Belgian or Swiss? Can't remember. Could be German, actually. Or is it even Italian? I'm not sure. But there's quite a few there. You'd be surprised. So do bear that in mind. Right, okay. So let's clean up from that one. Not too bad. That one, a good start, I'd say. A good start. I was a bit worried about doing the mint one first because, of course, might... where's that other plate? Might affect the taste for the rest of it. So we'll see. Just moving all the chocolate out of the way from that. Well, no, as I say, it wasn't chocolate, but whatever it was, I'm moving it out of the way. Yeah, okay. Right. There we go. Okay, so this one. So now we have, yeah, it's white chocolate this time. Actually, a local company, the friend said, yeah, so they've heard of this one. Yes, 34. I'm not sure if you, yeah, let me know. There we go. Made in Helsinki. So definitely Finnish. What have we got there? Can you see? Calorie-wise? 575 calories per 100 grams, so very high in calories this one, but well above the 500 and 550 scale. 7.2 grams of fat, oh no it's not, that's protein. 40.3 grams of fat, 24 of which are saturated high in fat, this one. Yeah, I think it's just white chocolate basically. Chocolate, just says, I think Valco is white. I'm assuming Choco, I think that's pronounced, I guess, is chocolate, so white chocolate. Yeah. So quite, does what it says on the tin basically. Is there anything here that's of interest? If we can read it. It's white chocolate there, I guess, or Valco or something or other. I think it might be, I'm not sure. Oh, there you go. White chocolate there, yes. Yeah, let's say thin there. Yeah, okay, there we go. Interesting one. Looks very nice. I like the minimalist wrapping. Again, this one also has been through the wars. Just the way of it, unfortunately. Some of them are not so bad, actually. But there's, yeah, these couple, unfortunately, must have just been in the bad spot. Right, so let's give it an open then. Yeah. Also, I'm quite excited by these ones. That's the only problem with reviewing chocolate. You can't really just sit and enjoy chocolate sometimes. Well, you can, but not to an extent, because you've got to review so much of it. You know, you've... yeah, this is it, you know, but there we go, the way it goes. It's the price I pay, I guess. So we can see here clearly that, now what do we reckon? Is that oversaturated? It looks oversaturated to me. Yep, there we go. We'll work out how to get through this. If I lift it up, I think it'll probably be alright. You can definitely see, it's 80 gram bar, is it? We can definitely see it's very much, by the way, it's actually white as well. It's not like that cream colour. Quite like this. Nice looking bar. Okay, so let's give it a bit of an open then. Bit of flourishes on this one. Can I open it? Quite excited for this one actually, has to be said. I feel like, because white chocolate's one of those where sometimes, you know, it's not that great. You can see here again, we've got the, it's been broken for us, let's put it that way. I possibly could rearrange it. There's clearly just a quite a nice puzzle actually, this one, if you were put it together. I feel like made a mess of it. Is that there? Be quite good. You'd be quite good for puzzles doing chocolate like this, I guess. But there we go. Not sure I can get that in. Okay. Yeah. All right. Not bad. Maybe I can reassemble this one. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just. I don't think I can. I think I could have done, but unfortunately, I think I lost where I was. So there we go. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, you get the gist of it. Here's what couple blocks look like. It's very saturated. Look at that. You can see the camera really saturated there. I'm not sure. Might have to give it a second to adjust. It's nice. Yes, it's gone a bit too blue now, but it's not as light as that basically. I'm not sure. There you go. It looks like that before it adjusts. That's the colour. That's the proper colour. Okay. Yeah. Nice white chocolate. Nice, reasonable, nice smell coming from it reasonably. A white chocolate smell. It's that sort of. I think white chocolate it's not the best smell. White chocolate does it? It has a bit of a sick smell to it. Unfortunately, you know, I wouldn't get too close to white chocolate. But there we go. Looks very interesting. It's quite sort of normal blocks. Doesn't have any writing on the blocks. It's a very plain bar. So you can see when it comes in. You know, nothing at all to say about it. As I say, it is a local brand that made it. So, yeah, quite excited for this one. So, yeah, that's the. Did you even say what the brand was on the? Not really sure that it did. Yeah, you can see the manufacturer there. Just have to hold the. I guess it's just Chocolo. There you go. That's the manufacturer, then, I guess. I thought it was spelled out chocolate, but it's not. There we go. Yeah. So I guess. So I think Chocolo is chocolate in Finnish. There we go. So 34 might be able to correct me on that, but I think so. Oh, hi Joe, how are you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you. Yes, some naughty. Yes, this is right. This is it. Your Finnish chocolate. Yes. Yeah, I'm never quite sure. It's a bit of a funny one. Let's say 34 is from Finland, so you might be able to correct us both. But I think because it used to be part of Russia, I'm not sure whether it's quite counts as Scandinavia and Nordics. I'm not too sure. So yeah, we have to. Yes, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one. Because I say it's a bit like Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. You know, it used to be just that part of Russia at the end. So yeah, so interesting one. So I don't know if we have to be careful with how I describe it. Well, great to see you, Joe. You're doing okay. Glad you could make it. Yeah, good to see you the other day as well. Sorry the chat it cut out yesterday. Well, was it yesterday? Whenever we were chatting. Yeah, yesterday, wasn't it? Yes, we were having a talk. Yes, sir. I say, honestly. Okay, let's give it a bit of a taste. I'll lift myself up. There you go. You can see the problem with reviewing white chocolate as well. Is the camera just can't cope with it. There we are. Yes, we're threatened to have conversations on, I guess, different forms of government, or I don't know, whatever it was before. I'm not sure what we describe it as really, but there we go. But we seem to have got away from it, so there we are. Oh, I've just lowered the. It was on the right colour. I didn't lower it before, which I should have done. Okay, there we go. So that might be why it was a bit light as well. But all right, let's give it a bit of a taste. Got a chunk or two here. Let's give it a go. A nice white chocolate, actually. Very it's light. I think you'd say a light white chocolate. Tastes very yeah. It has that white chocolate taste, but it's not a strong white chocolate actually. Normally white chocolate's quite, let's say, catches in my throat normally, and it's quite I wouldn't say sickly, but it just, I'll say, catches in the throat. You know, often can do. This one is very much not that. It's very, very light. Yeah. How should I describe it really? This is not bad at all. I don't know if it's too light, basically. I wouldn't say creamy is perhaps not the right word, but if you think of like eating an ice cream, a vanilla, well, like I don't know if it's vanilla necessarily, but just a plain sort of Mr. Whippy ice cream you get from the ice cream man with a flake in and stuff like this. It has a sort of taste to it, but it's not a strong taste of anything. You'd probably describe it as vanilla. That's about it. This one's a bit like that. It's not quite. You can tell it's white chocolate, but it's very light. It's such a subtle flavour. Maybe too subtle. It's nice. It's nice. If you learned a third language, we're Finnish. Well, so you Spanish and Portuguese, presumably, I take it, Joe. Yeah. Finnish. Well, Finnish. I think Finnish and Hungarian are the two languages that aren't based on anything else in Europe. So all the other languages based on Latin or whatever, Germanic or whatever you'd say. But Hungarian and Finnish are two languages that aren't. They're completely different. So there you go. Yeah. So so it would be an interesting to learn, Joe. Yeah, I think it's only Hungarian and Finnish anyway. I don't think they're related to each other either. I don't believe. So yeah. So there you go. Interesting fact. I like this one, but it's very hard to rate this. I'm just going to take a sip, because it's such a subtle flavour. Try and just clear my palate a bit. I guess with the best you can with Pepsi Max. It's very it's just really subtle. It's quite. I don't know what to make of it. I feel like it's a nice white chocolate. I just don't feel it's strong enough. I feel it's like a really... It's bizarre. This normally white chocolate for me can be too strong. I say it catches in the throat, and you have a few chunks. It's a bit too much, but this one really has nothing like that at all. It's so subtle. I've never tasted a white chocolate this subtle before. I'd say I think it's too subtle. It's an interesting one though. I quite like it. I like the fact that they exist, but I think it's just too subtle. Yeah, it's really bizarre. I've never. It's quite a nice experience to have, because normally I'll say white chocolate, it just sticks in my throat, and you think, oh, it's one of these again. This one is just, I've never experienced a white chocolate like this. It's very interesting. I just think it's perhaps too subtle though. But I do think it was a. But I can see. I'm trying to say I can see a market for it, but the fact is I'm one of those people that this really should work for, because as I say, normally white chocolate for me is just too much. But I think it's too weak, this one. It's too weak. So I don't know what to make of it really. I think if you were so very much inclined for white chocolate and just really wanted something quite very subtle, I think this is for you. But I don't know. I don't know who that would be really. Another person sent it to me, and a friend sort of said it was very, they like the company. I don't know if they said they like this actual chocolate. So I can't say for sure whether it does work for some people. Presumably it does, but. Yeah, I think for me it's just too weak, really. I like it, though, for what it's trying to do. For that reason, I'm probably upping it by half a mark, but I think it's probably 2.5 out of 5, really. Now, you have to bear in mind that the average chocolate is really nice, and that's why this is below 3 stars, because it's just a bit too weak. So anything that's not as good as an average chocolate really gets below 3 stars, and I just don't think, because this is too weak, I can't really recommend it over any other white chocolate, really. But as I say, if you really have a thing where white chocolate is just far too strong for you, but then maybe this is for you. But as I say, I'm not one of those people, and this is too weak for me. So that's why I can't really say give it the benefit of the doubt. But I'm giving it an extra half because it is something a bit different. Yeah. So yeah, interesting. Is the gist of that one? Interesting. It's got another yes. Got through 2 bars in quite a record time. They're not measured them really because they've been quite sort of knocked about a bit, so I can't really measure them basically. There we go. So I've got another pounded one. Yeah, so salty roasted corn. This one here. So I think yeah, it's quite a literal name, that, isn't it? Yeah, interesting. Quite an interesting combination. Now I've had the Phaser's sort of chocolate equivalent where it's had basically popcorn in it. I guess it says roasted corn, so you can see that it's not quite popcorn, can't you? See, it literally just has sort of corn pieces in there. So we'll see. Sometimes they've been a bit too hard with the Phaser one, so hopefully it'll be quite soft. Let's see what we got. We got the calorie information. This gives us per 100 grams 538 calories, so it's not on the upper end of the 500 to 550 scale. 31 grams of fat, 18 of which are saturates. Gluten free, 145 gram bar. A description, an English description I think we have. A milk chocolate with salted and roasted corn crunch, 8%. May contain just hazelnuts and almonds. Cocoa butter non-EU. Cocoa mass non-EU. Corn EU. Got vegetable oil, no palm oil. Not bad. Yeah, interesting one. What's the most famous bar globally? Yeah, it could be Snickers, I would have said, but 10, 12, 15 years ago, Mars, but I thought, but they don't do it in the US. I thought that was a typical US bar. Yeah, I think it could be Snickers. I mean, I'm assuming they're quite well known in the US. It's one of those really. Yeah, an interesting one. So I'm not too sure. What do you think? I think Snickers is a good shout for sure. I'll have a think on that. As I say, yes. Nive Manu, how are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Oh, great to see you. Oh, I'm from Finland too. So you can help me out with all the pronunciations and things like this. I think luckily with this one I'm quite alright because it's done it okay. But yeah, Maito Suplata. I think that's milk chocolate. But the rest of it I'm not too sure. I can only guess. Obviously we do have on the back. Let's see. Translation. Or we have the Rosetta Stone here that we can translate. So Swatula, I guess, is probably salted. I'm not sure. powdered tula, possibly roasted. And then perhaps the other bits corn crunch. Myruhulia. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It's very difficult for me to pronounce. Very difficult. Norway makes the best chocolate, you say? I say I've never had. I've already had Norwegian chocolate before. Indra, I'm not too sure. I'll have to. Someone was it? Let me think. I'm not sure if it's a Swedish chocolate though. There was was it Caribou or something like that? I'm not too sure where that's from though. It could be. I'm not too sure. I've heard of that, but I don't know any Norwegian chocolate that I know of. Maybe I do. You have to recommend some. Oh dear. You see, yes. Panda's quite familiar, is it? It's quite a big company, Panda. Then I think I've heard of Phaser, as I mentioned before. Okay, never seen that one. This was a local company, I believe, from where my friend lives, presumably in Helsinki. But yes, so it's just it's basically just a local company, I think. So I don't think they're a small independent brand, basically. Yes, that's the gist of that one. So you might not be able to get that unless you go in the shop, but I don't know. So I've been a bit lucky to get that, basically. And Kitkat, you say, Rick? Yes, possibly. Yeah, Kitkat is a big one, and I must say, when in all the imported shops, Kitkat does crop up now every now and again. Well, all the time, actually, not every now and again. I don't really see Snickers that much, so it could be that. Yes. Yeah, well, it's good in a way. It shows the title's working, I guess, if we're attracting Finnish people. Good to see you, by the way, unless you're already there, because I've done a few Phaser bars in the past as well. I know we do have a few Finnish subscribers anyway, but yes, do love Finnish chocolate, it must be said. So I'm quite excited about all these, I must say. Unfortunately, I just had too many to review individually, so we're doing the special. There could be 2 or 3 of these, actually, so if you are a new Finnish viewer, feel free to subscribe. Obviously, I would say this anyway. But hopefully I'll be doing more Finnish chocolate soon as well. I've got a pile of it, and I do want to review it. As I say, I think I don't think I've got any playlists for Finnish chocolate, but maybe I should create some. I've got a Phaser playlist, of course. Yes. Best salmon choc. I don't know if I want to ask about that, Rick. I don't want to ask about that. But yeah, anyway, if you're doing it with any Norwegian brands, do tell me, by the way, because I must say I don't know specifically of any. So I'm not saying there aren't any, but yeah. Let's give this a taste. Let's have a look. Well, give it an open and a taste. There we go. Salty roasted corn. So interesting, this one. Oh yes, thank you, Joe. Yeah, you always say. I always forget to say that. Thank you so much. Yeah, please thumb up, everyone, if you can. Please like the video. It really helps out. It really does. So thank you so much. That'd be really appreciated. And hopefully mean it as well. Okay, let's have a see if I can open this. I'm trying not to. Basically, I send the wrappers off to someone who collects wrappers. So I try to open them carefully. That's why you'll sometimes see me being quite careful when I open them. So, I realise it might take a bit of time. But that's why I do it. Because especially with Finnish wrappers being quite rare in the UK, obviously, there'll be more of a rare one for the person to get as well. So obviously I can't open it. That is one side effect. Might just have to rip it. There you go. Yeah. Fortunately, I just have to go for it. Okay. So again, some of these in the transport, unfortunately, didn't fare too well. It's just the way of it, unfortunately. There we go. So that's why I could piece this one together, of course, if I don't mess it up like last time. There we go. Yes, what's the smell? A very, almost like a peanutty smell from it, actually. I know there's no peanuts in it, but yes, they perhaps are. They probably are. I don't know. Joe will know, because Joe's a bit more into the culinary side of things. But I'm no good with fish basically and stuff like that. I'm just not really. I'm not a seafood person at all, so I wouldn't know anything about it. But you're probably right. You're probably right. I think that's just my lack of knowledge on that area betraying me there. So you can see here, nice Panda brand. I'm assuming does panda mean the panda bear in Finland? I don't know whether it's just a generic name that translates, where it means something else. Obviously in English, panda is I don't think they're actually bears, are they? But whatever they are, from China. There's love heart there, quite nice. I think I'll have to try and turn this over because there's quite a few. I want to see how many love hearts, whether it's just in the corner or not. Let's have a see. So looks like there's only one love heart actually, which is interesting. which is quite nice. So there's just one love heart in the corner. So yeah, I can piece this back together. Okay, I think I pieced it back relatively all right. There you go. You can see it's relatively in order, sort of. Chile's famously salmon too. I mean, well, yeah. In the UK, it's probably difficult to get Chilean salmon, I would imagine. But it could be possible. But I imagine it takes a few. Well, it depends how you travel. But yeah, but it would be quite expensive here, I'd imagine as well. So you can see here, not quite got it on the right order, but I think we can see. Is that a love heart there? No, I think it says panda. So there's only one love heart, which is up here. So that's quite nice. I don't think it's actually on the corner either. So unusual that, really. I don't think it can be random if there's only one. You would expect there to be more than one love heart, but I can only see one. There we go. Got that one there. Yeah, interesting then. Okay, so luckily we've got them pre-broke, so we can see what's going on the inside to an extent. Seems to be quite yellowy corn pieces, which is probably what you'd expect from the front. I'll be interested to see whether this one works, because as I say, it's not popcorn. It seems to be very just roasted corn almost. So we'll see. Yeah, that's interesting though. All right, nice one. Yeah, it looks very nice. I must say, I'm quite as a filling, corn and this that is quite an interesting one. One I'm like to taste. So let's see if it works. The sneeze coming on. Apologies if I sneeze in a moment. I don't think I dimmed the camera again. I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, I didn't. Never mind. Well, we think we saw it fine anyway. Okay, that's got a square and a half here. So let's give it a taste. Let's do it. I'm glad the pieces are quite nice and crunchy, but not soft. There's a lovely salty taste to them actually. As you know, in mainland Northern Europe, mainland Europe, and Finland as well, of course. So the salty flavourings in chocolate is quite more common than it is here in the UK. And I actually quite like it. I say licorice and things, there might be a bit too much. Depends on the licorice, of course. But this is actually very nice. I like this a lot. It's got a lovely salty taste to it. Nice crunch to it as well, which I like. I like crunch in my chocolate. This one's very good. Yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah, Panda's chocolate sweeter than a chocolate by Fazy, you say. How is it? How is it, Verminu? Is it? Let's have to. My eyesight's not as good as it used to be. I'll just move a bit closer. Yes, you prefer Fazy's chocolate. The salty popcorn works well enough with this one. I think it's very nice. Yeah, I do like it a lot. Yeah, I think it's a very nice one. This one actually. I think the Fazy one didn't quite work as well. I do really like Fazy's chocolate. I think this chocolate here tastes a bit more. Obviously, I've not. It's heavily flavoured, or I don't want to say tainted, but you can it's flavoured with the salty taste, so it's hard to tell. But I think I can see what you're saying. This one tastes a bit more like typical UK chocolate, quite sweet, as you say. And I quite like Fazy's chocolate because it is a bit different. This one, as I say, does taste a bit more familiar to me as such. I can't distinctly. Wouldn't notice this was any different, but as I say, it does have a strong salty flavouring in it, so it's hard to say. But I do actually really like this. Yeah, this actually works very well for me. I think it's a nice chocolate. I think it's a nice salt flavouring as well. And a nice crunch. None of it's too hardy, it's just crunchy, but quite soft as well, which is odd. It's a bit like popcorn, basically. As they got like a bit of a hard outer shell, but soft. No, I do like this. I'm trying to think really whether. I love the salty taste actually too. I think it works really nice actually. Yeah, it's a bit too salty sometimes, you could say. Like there's an aftertaste of quite strong. It's quite subtle at first, but then as I say, I think when it hits part of your tongue or whatever afterwards, it gets quite strong actually. So maybe I prefer it if it was all sort of there at once rather than sort of layered. But maybe that's a good thing as well. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Not too bad at all, really, this one. So would you say, what do you think about this then, Vimal? Is this the best Panda has to offer, or is there sort of better ranges as well? There's other Finnish brands as well. Are there any others, by the way, that I don't really know about? So Panda and Fazy, I think I know, but I'm not sure if I know of any others particularly. I really like this, actually. As you can see there, it's very much, you wouldn't think I don't know, corn would work too well, but like that. But it's actually pretty nice. Just actually big chunks of it. So it does have the peanut, not peanut, the popcorn sort of texture where it's quite sort of crunchy on the outside, but that sort of soft, almost paper-like texture on the inside. I must say I'm very happy with this. It's definitely on the upper scale of my ranges, I think. I think I like it a lot. I think the chocolate's very nice. Yeah, I don't think it's like a great chocolate. I think it is quite normal for milk chocolate. It just tastes like milk chocolate, really. But it's a nice milk chocolate. It doesn't taste cheap or anything. It's just a nice, solid milk chocolate. But I do love the contrasting taste. Love the crunch. I love the salty taste to it. I think it's very nice, and the sweet chocolate as well. It works really well. So you obviously got sweet and salt mixed there. All right, but it kind of comes out in layers. But of course, maybe it's a bit too late sometimes. You sort of like kind of basically swallowed most of it, and then you get a big salty taste to it in the in the sort of like on your tongue, just some little bits lingering about. I guess I'm not sure, but I think yeah, it's very high, this one. I think 4.5, 5. I think for me it's probably a good 4.5 out of 5. This one, I'm very happy with this. I like this a lot. I think it's got an area that's quite difficult to pull off, I think, as well. I'll say I think the phaser equivalent of this, I didn't really rate too much. I don't think they did it very well at all. It's just too hard in places. So I think, yeah, I don't know. So it could be just a bit lucky one. Maybe in other ones it would be a bit too hard in places. But as I say, I think it was nice and soft. It just worked really well. I was happy with that. 1.5 out of 5, yeah. I think it would have been higher if it was perhaps, I don't know. I just feel like maybe the chocolate wasn't quite exciting enough, or maybe the sort of salty flavour came a bit too late sometimes, or maybe, I'm not too sure. There's something about it that didn't quite push it right to a 5, but it's very close. I think it's more between a 4.5 and a 4 rather than a 4.5 and a 5. Yeah, that was very nice, that one. I enjoyed that. Okay, so I've got a lot of panda ones here today. Let's see. We do have some phases as well. If I get to some phases in a bit. I'm just a bit worried about, I don't know how many to do really, is just a bit, A, for my waistline, and B, but we'll see. As I say, I'm sure I'll be able to do a part 2 as well if people enjoy this one. Let's have a look. I'll just try and get some of the crumbs off the plate. Okay. So we go, another panda one this time. So I'm assuming this is probably, well, you can see we can both assume together, I guess, or perhaps some of us can translate it. Yeah, so panda sucla. I think that's sucla. Did we say that's chocolate a minute ago? Vandelma Maru sucla. So I think that's probably white chocolate with possibly raspberry. Although I don't think it's white, is it? Because we knew what white was before, and I've already forgotten it. Is it Valco? Valco was white, wasn't it? Yeah. So there we go. Let's have a see. So might be some translations on the back, unless someone can come in time. 400 grams, 46 calories. So pretty much on the top end of the 500 to 550 scale that chocolate tends to have. 31 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. We've got a bit of a chocolate on there from the plate. Yes, let's see. We see what the ingredients are there. Oh, there we go. The white chocolate with pieces containing raspberry, 10%. There we are. So raspberry, it was raspberry. The Valco Succolata there. Yeah, although I don't know what they... Obviously, that's not what it says on the front, so I'm not sure what that actually says. I think that's some kind of chocolate of some kind. I'm not sure, but anyway, interesting. Yeah. Let's have a look. So, any palm oil, anything like that in it? Can't see any. Sunflower oil, so I don't think there's any palm oil. Yes, elderberry concentrate. Say anything about raspberry juice concentrate, 0.15%. There you go. So nothing too dramatic going on here. So got the bottom now underneath. Made with vanilla. Walker Confectionery Snacks, Finland. UTZ certified, yes. It's very common to have Panda's box of chocolates. Let's see. I'll bring this closer, see if I can even read that. I can't pronounce it rather. Yes. I don't know if I can even begin to try and pronounce that. I'm very sorry, Vimana. Let's see if I can. Jula Poidan Convey Leia, I think, but that's the best I can do. Oh dear. So I do apologise. Especially at Christmas, you say. Yeah, I see. I have to maybe I'll try and I could try and look at for that maybe around Christmas time. Yeah, see if I could do some kind of special. It's one of those really. An interesting one. So that's quite a sort of a thing, is it? What's in the UK equivalent to get at Christmas? I'm not too sure if there's any specific chocolate ones. We get selection boxes, but it's just generally like you know. I think Advent calendars with chocolate in, which is a sort of a calendar counting down towards Christmas that you get, and every day you open a door, it has a chocolate inside. I think that's probably, but it can be any brand really. Yeah, I don't think there's any specific brand that does a chocolate thing. Maybe like Cadbury's Roses Selection Box and Nestle Quality Street. They're probably the sort of, I guess they're probably an equivalent, I would say, probably. Yeah. It's got a nice feel to it. I quite like the look of the bar, the sort of glossiness to it. I think it looks quite nice, the packaging rather. 1925. Yeah, that's very interesting. So does panda mean anything then in Finnish? Is it just the name of the animal, or is it, does it literally, is it spelled the same, pronounced the same? Yes. And hi, no name. Good to see you. Oh, glad to see you. I think you've been in once or twice before, haven't you? It's glad you could make it. Oh, really good to see you. Feel free to vote, by the way, what country does the best chocolate? Of course, I've not included Finland in that, because I think it might be a bit too much of a leading question. But there we go, yeah. So Belgium is winning at the moment, but yeah, Italy's not too bad either. Right. And just check the brightness bar. We might get some saturation issues here. We'll see what happens. Just lowering the colour a bit. Okay, there we go. Right, yes, let's give this one a bit of an open then. As I trying to be careful when I open them, because I do pass these on to someone who collects wrappers, so I apologise if I take a bit of time just trying to make sure, see if I can do a clean open, but it can be a bit too hard sometimes. Oh, there we go, it's not bad. But it's been for the post to me, so some of them have seen better days, and this is another one of them. Just the way it goes, unfortunately. But there we are. Now look at that. Smells very nice actually. There's a lovely smell coming from it. Bit of a white chocolate smell, of course. It's that sort of white chocolate. I don't think smells the best, but it's not too bad. Let's see if we can spin it round better this time. I've been not doing it too well prior to this. This looks lovely actually. This, doesn't it? It looks very nice. It's full of stuff. If anyone remembers, I always use these as an example, and I do apologise to them, but it was terrible. There's Montezuma's bars. And I used to sell them in Sainsbury's, a bit of an independent company, but they were just so rubbish with their fillings. I mean, if you look, they were just literally most of the bar just had nothing in it. This one's very nice, really. Yeah, very nice indeed. Lovely, full of stuff. Yes. Oh, thank you, Nona. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that you thumbed up the video. Thank you. It's really appreciated. Oh, thank you so much. It really helps out the channel, so thank you. Oh, Vimana as well. Yes, panda is just panda. Vimana is just so yes, okay. The animal. Okay, right. Okay, so it is that. I just wasn't sure if it was a Finnish word for something else. Just happens to be called the same. I didn't want to assume it was just panda. So yeah, so there we go. Thank you for confirming that. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right as well, by the way, Vimana. It's very one of those where I don't want to assume it, but of course it's quite difficult to tell me, I guess. Yeah, over chat, but there we go. But fingers crossed I'm not ruining it too much. So there we go. So you can see a nice segment here. I mean, look at that. It's just full of stuff, isn't it? It looks lovely. On the back as well. A bit less on the back there, you'd say. Which is unusual. Normally they sort of go to the bottom. But they've at least made some effort to make it happen at the top this time. There's any big enough chunk. Yeah, you can see very much on the bottom, but you can see you've got an intersection there. And very much on the top rather, but you can see there that intersection, and it does go through it quite a lot. But yeah, interesting one. That's very nice. Quite a nice looking bar. You have the weight anywhere. I think it was 145 gram bar. It was. Yes. So it is. All right, let's give this a taste then, I think. Yeah, it does look very nice, doesn't it, Jar? It does look very nice. As I say, it is more, I mean, it is more on the top than the bottom, but I think that's not a problem, really. It's clearly filled with stuff. And normally, it's, normally they do sink to the bottom, so it's good that they've managed to make it so that they stay afloat. Yeah, it's definitely filled with stuff. I think it's fair to say. We can't really complain. Okay, right. I'll just adjust the brightness again. There we go. Yeah, that's very nice, this one. Yeah, very nice. Okay, well, let's give it a bit of a taste then. Yeah, white chocolate with raspberry. You just say raspberry pieces, it did, didn't it? Yeah, containing raspberry. White chocolate with pieces containing raspberry. So with pieces containing raspberry, it says. Okay, let's give it a go. Give it a taste. Not bad, actually. It very much reminds me of bit of the Fazer Copenhagen Travel Edition they did, where it had white chocolate with raspberry pieces, or raspberry flavouring at least. It had licorice balls in that one though, rather than, I think, raspberry pieces, but interesting. A nice subtle white chocolate again. It's another subtle one. But in this one, of course, you've got the raspberry flavours as well, which does help, of course, because you're not just with a subtle white chocolate flavour. It's actually not bad at all, this. I think very much white chocolates I tend to have are just a bit too strong and too sickly. They, as I say, catch in my throat a bit. It's a fancy bar, no name. Yeah, so you wish you were eating it now instead of mid-dinner. Oh, well, what are you having for dinner? Anything nice? Hopefully it's something all right. This is nice, actually. It's quite a subtle raspberry flavour and a subtle white chocolate flavour. It's very nice, this one, actually. I think it works as a white chocolate because there's something else in it. I think if it's white chocolate on its own, it might be too subtle, maybe. It tastes very fresh. It's nice. A nice crunch to it as well. It's full of raspberry pieces. There's a lot of crunch to it. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's very nice. I think perhaps it's just a bit too subtle with its flavours, maybe. I think that works quite well with the white chocolate though, but it's catching my throat a bit now, as I said that, so it's not quite as weak as the other one. It's just about right, this one. Let's take a bit of a drink, actually. Just caught my throat a bit too much. So yeah, so it's doing that thing where white chocolate tends to catch in my throat a bit. I don't know what that is, by the way. I don't know if it's just me, but it just tends to do that, which I guess is not too bad in a way. It's because it is indicative of the fact that it is a bit more stronger in flavour. It's just white rice and beef mince, you say. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, it's a good dinner. A bit more healthy than just chocolate, I guess. That's the thing. I hope you're enjoying it. No, maybe you could have some ice cream. Not ice cream. Well, maybe ice cream, but chocolate for afters, maybe. Yeah, I do quite like this, actually. I think it's nice. Maybe just a bit too subtle with its flavour. But I do think it's very nice. It's a nice white chocolate and a nice combination with the sort of raspberry. I think raspberry and white chocolate works very well, actually. A nice crunch as well. I like it a lot. I think Panda's chocolate seems to be pretty good, actually. I think it's perhaps just a bit. I think you might say, I don't know if I'd say typical, but it's not distinct. I think is the gist of it. I don't think it's a distinct taste to their stuff. I don't think I could tell you this was Panda's white chocolate, for instance, or milk chocolate from before. Well, that's necessarily a bad thing because you can't really do that with a lot of companies. But I guess what let's say with Fazer and things like this, you can specifically taste their chocolate. I guess you'd say. I mean, it's quite subtle to an extent, but you can tell there's a difference. But I like this white chocolate. And I like the raspberry pieces in it as well. I think it's perhaps just a bit too subtle with the raspberry, or maybe the white chocolate, or both. But it's still very nice. I'm happy with this. I think it's probably, yeah. I think it's probably a 4 out of 5. I think a 4 out of 5. I wasn't sure whether 3.5 to 4. But I think 4 out of 5 is about right. Yeah, I think it's a nice chocolate. It's really nice. Nice raspberry flavour. Lots of bits in there. Really nice. I think it's just perhaps a bit too subtle, maybe. But let's say the white chocolate's about right, I think. Because of the fact that it's got the raspberry flavours in there as well. I think if it was on its own, I'm not sure. But yeah, but overall, I still think it might be a bit subtle with the raspberry as well. But it's still very nice, though. Yeah, very happy. Yes, I do like it a lot. It's very nice. Yeah, that's what do you, Amanda? Yes. The crunchiness, I know. I think, yeah, you're a bit like me. I love crunchy in chocolate as well. They're just like crunchy pieces. I think it really adds to it. It's not often that I give a bar a good mark if it doesn't have crunchy bits in. I don't think. That's the gist of yeah. No, it's a good one. That one, I like it. Let's say it's just got a nice fresh taste to it. No, I do like it. I just think perhaps it's just not strong enough. I think is the gist of it, but I do enjoy it. Oh dear, no, it's a nice one, that one. A nice one. There's a bit of a delay, by the way, so I do apologise. About a 6-second delay, I think, between the chat appearing and then I'm not sure of me responding to. I'm not sure, so it could be either it's 6 and add 6 because of me reading it and then getting back to you. Or it's just 6. I'm not sure, so there might be a bit of a delay. No, I'm impressed with that one. Now, so we do have a phaser one now. Yes. So here we go. This one I've always been tempted by, actually. The geisha, phaser geisha. Milk chocolate with soft hazelnut filling. So very much English, this one. There's no Finnish on that one. I'm sure there is on the back, but usually phaser chocolate does have Finnish on it, but for whatever reason, I guess it's got it here. If you can see that, I don't know if it'll focus in on it. I assume it's Finnish and Swedish. I assume milk chocolate with hazelnut filling. Looks quite. Almost the bottom one does almost look to be sort of like a version of English, but I'm quite sure that's the Swedish. Yes, there we go. Glacier's a classic one, you say, Manu. Yes. Yeah, I've always wanted to try it, and it always looks, as you say, it does seem to be a sort of a staple range of bars there. Oh, hi, be glad you could make it. Good to see you again. Yeah, how are you doing? You doing okay? Oh, but yeah, geisha. I've always seen it. Whenever I've sort of typed in phaser into Google, whatever, it always comes up. I do apologise for the state of my hands, by the way. I've just had one of those bad weeks with my fingers this week. So yes, I do apologise. There's all sorts of scars all over them and all sorts. Who knows? But yeah, I do apologise for that. Yes, there you go. Soft hazelnut filling. Yes, quite excited for this one. Just about date this one actually as well. 15th of September. Look at that. Just about. Yes, let's see. So I think probably have to go down a bit for the English translation, I think, of all this. We might have to make some assumptions, I'm not sure. It's got Arabic on it as well. I think you could say phaser's probably... I can't see... There's a multitude of languages. Oh, there we go. Sometimes quite difficult. I can see some English appearing there, but it's difficult for me to find the start of it. Yeah, so milk chocolate. There we go. About... where is it? Somewhere just about there. I think I've lost it myself now, but there. Yeah, milk chocolate hazelnut nougat filling, 39%. There we go. Ingredients goes on to the other side. Milk chocolate cocoa size 30% minimum. It's got palm oil in there as well. Palm oil. I've got the camera in my way. That's why I'm kind of containing nuts, almonds, and other cereals, other nuts. There we go. Hazelnuts 11%. Milk chocolate hazelnut nougat filling 39%. Yeah, interesting one. Man United Newcastle. I don't know the result, AB. I'm not sure whether to ask you or not. Did Ronaldo make an appearance? Yeah, so I'll see. I'm not sure whether to ask or not. I'll be watching Match of the Day tonight, I think. I'm not the biggest football person in the world, but I do watch it on the highlights and stuff. Yeah, it's lovely packaging, this one, isn't it? It looks very nice, actually. It has a nice appearance to it. I must say, it does look very nice. Now, I'm not the biggest hazelnut person. It's hazelnut... what was it? Was it hazelnut... let's see. Hazelnut nougat. So, we all know sort of hazelnut nougat and things. It's quite a common thing, I guess. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it compares to others. I mean, it is quite a common thing in a lot of chocolate. So, we'll see how this one goes. But yeah, let's give it an open then. Ronaldo played, won't give any spoilers. Okay, thank you, AB. I'll watch it later. Because Jow, yes, they were sent via a Finnish contact. That's why, yes. I have a couple of friends in Finland, actually, so they sent me some chocolate. Yeah, so, well, this was actually a viewer, actually, who sent me this one. But subsequently a friend, of course. But yeah, so, yeah. So that's why. So that's why there's no label on this one. These are straight from Finland. In fact, the first one I reviewed, or the second one, was actually like a local bar as well. So from Helsinki. So that's why. Yes, that's why. Yes, let's give this one an open then. Quite. Let's have a look. I feel like maybe it was a good result because you brought it up. I don't think you would have brought it up if it wasn't a good result, but I'll see. I've been watching the tennis as well. I've been watching quite a lot of the US Open because it's actually, you know, so right from the start I've been watching it actually. I'm not really a tennis fan generally, but I watch ladies tennis because it's they play 3 sets. It's a bit shorter than the men's. You get a bit more rallies and stuff. So I've actually been quite invested in it this year. And it's been quite good to see the teenagers doing quite well as well. So I was actually up till half four in the morning on Friday watching the 2 semi-finals, and I couldn't believe the results for that. Okay, let's see. Right, let's give this a turn over. So it does have a bit of a... Let's have a look. It does have a bit of it does feel a bit... It comes across as a nougat bar, if that makes any sense. I can't quite work out best to say that, but that's what I'm trying to get at. Fazerina! You like Fazerina more, you say? Well... Let's see. Perhaps we have that later. Ah, yes. Come prepared. I've come prepared there. I don't know if that's the Fazerina, if there's more than one. Yes. But yeah, I do... but an interesting one, yeah. So maybe we'll try that one in a minute and do a comparison, maybe. Yeah, so since you said they're quite similar. I can see the camera's having a bit of a problem with this one. If I lift it up, it's a bit better. Slow down now, just spin it around. You can see it does have a look of yeah, you can see the nougat centre there. I'm going to chop it in half so we can have a bit better look in the middle of it. You can see it's a nice bar though, it's got Phaser written on it, as you can probably imagine, typical Phaser writing. Nothing on the bottom. Let's have a see. So just give one a chop, I think. I say normally I do the measurements and things. It's been a bit difficult because they've all been a bit broken today. So maybe you've not been too bothered actually. But it's a 121 gram bar as well, by the way. I think that's probably the important part. There we go. All right. Let's see. I'm going to chop one, wasn't I? So I've got my trusty knife, just so we can see how much of a filling it is for the nougat centre. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, so we can see there, it doesn't go all the way to the top. We can, what can we see there? Maybe we can't. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it does go slightly up actually. It doesn't go all the way to the top. There's quite a thick chocolate top, isn't there, to that, you can see. That's not too bad though. I think that's acceptable. Looks like a nice centre as well. I like the way it's a different colour. Sometimes these hazel centres are just quite similar colour, so it looks like it might be packed with hazelnuts perhaps. Yes. Belgian chocolate's head of the pole. Yeah, I think Belgium is quite famous for its chocolate, isn't it? Yeah, it is quite famous, it must be said. But as I say, Swiss chocolate. What's Swiss chocolate again? That's probably a Toblerone, stuff like that, isn't it? Is Lindt Swiss? Swiss. Germany's not got any votes though. No Rittersport fans. Italy does Ferrero. They might do one other thing as well. I can't think what it could be. I think there's another one Italy do that we don't generally think of as being Italian. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, I must say, I think Belgium is quite famous for its chocolate. So I was a bit dubious about putting Belgium in there, but I thought, well, you know what, you can't fix the results. Oh, there we go. I've left it on there. High colour already. Okay, right, well, let's give these a taste then. Quite excited for these ones. They're quite interesting. Yeah, so look. Do I eat chocolate every day? No, I don't, basically. Yeah, no name. I don't, is the gist of it, because, yeah. It just means I can't really. I have to do it just at the weekends when I do my reviews, because I'd just be putting on too much weight otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. So that's basically, yeah. So basically during the week, I pretty much diet. I'm dieting a bit more at the moment as well because I have a sort of semi-holiday last week, so I kind of ate quite a bit too much, so I need to properly lose some. Normally I'd maintain my weight by doing what I do, but now I've got to actually lose some a bit, so I'm being a bit more controlled. So yeah, so that's how I do it. So I don't eat chocolate every day now. I tend to just eat it at the weekends, and I don't really treat myself during the week, although it's difficult. Yeah. Okay, let's give it a segment to taste. Yeah, excited for this one. Let's see how we give it a go. There's a very subtle crunch. You know, it's like it's almost as subtle as you can get. Basically, it's there's a very, very, very fine pieces of hazelnut in there. It's not bad actually. It makes a difference. It's not just a typical praline type centre. It's definitely more of a hint of hazelnut than you normally get from this sort of thing. Like, keep forgetting the word. Is it praline or is it? I always forget the word now. Nougat, there we go, or nuggets, everyone to say. I guess praline, you could say that. Yeah, it's very, it's different. It's not just your typical stuff, this one. I was a bit worried it might just be quite mundane, basically, because you might not know this, Vimano, but I've done a lot of chocolate selection reviews and things in the past, and what tends to happen is they always have like hazelnut praline centres. They call them different names: noisette, praline, nougat in this case. Just very typical centres. Another one as well, which I can't think what it is. There's about 3 or 4 different terms, and they all mean the same thing basically. Praline, noisette, nougat. Truffle, that's the other one. So basically I was a bit worried, so and they're always hazelnut ones, so I was a bit worried that this one might just be more of the same thing. I mean, it's not a million miles away, but it's an interesting one. Also, I like the way there's that very subtle crunch in there, and it's as subtle as you can get, because you can't really even taste the piece. You know, it's very hard. It's a really hard one to explain actually. There's no real crunch as such from snapping anything or biting anything, breaking anything. It's just literally, that's normally what you get, but it's just you just get that sort of very, very slight sort of crunch, almost less so than even if it was a grain of sugar. It's that fine. It's an interesting one, that one. The chocolate's not too bad, but of course you can't really taste it too much. You can taste mainly the hazelnut filling. So I'm going to show you a bit there. So focus is in. Again, apologies for the state of my hands. Yeah, about right. So you can see that it's quite a light colour as well, and I think that's indicative, as I say, of the fact that it is slightly more hazelnutty or a bit different than normal. I like this one. It's nice actually. It's better than the usual typical truffle. I think if it was a typical one, it'd be a 3 out of 5 basically. Maybe less, but I love that subtle crunch. It just makes all the difference. It's really nice. I like the packaging as well. It's lovely. Yeah. What to give it though? Well, I wouldn't say it's going to blow your socks off, this one. It's quite, I do apologise there, anyone in Finland, by the way, if it's pretty much a staple bar. I know it's quite a popular one, but I think it's quite nice for what it is, basically, is the gist of it. I think there are, of course, it's never going to be, I guess, a standard sort of hazelnut filling, truffly type centre. It's quite a standard product in most ranges, in most chocolate selections and things like that. So it's clearly, you can't really be a million miles ahead of those, because it's, at the end of the day, it's still got the same centre. Hazelnut's a hazelnut, you know what I mean? But it's done really well. The chocolate taste, you can't really, or the phase of chocolate, you don't really get too much from it, because, as I say, the hazelnut is quite a strong flavour. But nevertheless, it's very nice for what it is. It's actually a good example of hazelnut sort of truffly nougat, noisette, truffle, whatever you want to say, filling, praline. Yeah, I think for me, what do I say? Well, I think it's a 3.5, 4. I think I might give it the benefit of the doubt. I think I might give it, because it looks lovely, it has a nice presence, it tastes different, it's got something about it that's a bit different than all the other hazelnut fondant fillings, that kind of thing, or nougat fillings, whatever you want to say. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say 4 out of 5, I think. I do like that one. It's a nice subtle hazelnut taste as well. It's not too strong, it's just about right for me. I think there's a lot of people out there who really love hazelnuts. You might be slightly disappointed it's not that strong a hazelnut taste. It is quite a subtle one. But I like the crunch to it. I think that's very nice as well. Yes. Oh, sorry, no, I missed your comment before. Just bring it a bit closer so I can see on the other one here. Yes, to me saying before that the reason I asked, you said, okay. Yes, right, put out reviews during the week as well. Yeah, reason for it, well, basically, I always review during the weekend, is the gist of it. The ones I do in the week, I do some live premieres, but they're not actually reviews, or, I'm not actually sort of eating anything, basically. So I put the reviews out during the week, is the gist of it, yeah. Sorry, I've recorded 4 reviews today already, actually, prior to all this. And I'll probably do a few more tomorrow. And then I edit them during the week and upload them. So that's the gist of how I managed to do it. Yeah, basically. So yeah, so I was considering doing some to try and catch up, but that would have been an expense of probably other things. And then the fact is, I can't edit that many during the week anyway, so there's no point in really doing too much more. It's more the sell by dates I was worried about. But yeah, that's how I manage it basically. Yeah. But yeah, it was something I was considering at one point to try and get through the backlog, but yeah. Right, so let's try the phase arena then. Yes. So let's see. So I'll say I'm assuming then there is just our phase arena. I think it's just the bar. I don't think it's a brand with other flavours and things like this. Let's have a look. So it looks very nice, distinctive pack. Again, it's suffered a bit unfortunately from the post. I do apologise for that. There's not much, not much I can do. Oh dear. Yes, we've done quite a few today. We don't want to. We've done about 5 reviews so far. I think that's not bad. Probably 1, 2, 3. About 5, yeah. Yes, so I'll probably go, maybe this is the last one, or maybe one more, we'll see. But I've got plenty of other Finnish bars, as I say. I've got enough for at least another part, maybe 2 more parts. So yeah, so I'll put them in the votes. I don't know whether I try to sort of mix it up a bit. I think I might put the Finnish one in again for next week. And maybe if 2 of them happen in a row, I might split them out, I'm not sure. We'll see what you think anyway, we'll see what you think. I'll have a think about that. I guess I can bend the rules a bit slightly when I want to, can't I? But there we go. Right, so there we go. So I think that's milk chocolates. I'm looking at the Swedish actually. I think that's easiest for me to understand. Milk chocolate with possibly a nut filling. Oh, there we go. It actually says it there, doesn't it? Yeah. Milk chocolate with orange truffle filling. There you go. I couldn't see the looking at the Swedish. Well, there you go. Milk chocolate with orange truffle filling. So there we go. Truffle again, like I was saying before. Vimana. There we go. That's the other word. Truffle, noisette. What's the other ones? I keep forgetting. Nougat was the other one, wasn't it? Yeah, they're all the same. Praline, there's another one as well. I can't think what it is now, but they're all the same. These different terminologies. Now I've lost the. Here we go. Right, there we go. Okay. Basically, I've just there's a dialog box that crops up to adjust some of the settings, and I lost it. There we go. Back again. Okay. Right. I lost the chat as well now. There we are. Right, there we go. Back on track. Oh, yeah, yes, luckiest person in the world eats a lot of chocolate. Well, yes. Well, to be honest with you, you do have to be very careful. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not lucky enough. Unfortunately, one of those. Yeah, I need to. I still need to be careful. Unfortunately, yeah. There's no secret to have. Yeah, you just got to. If you want to lose weight and things, by the way, I would always. I'm no dietitian. That's the small print. Don't listen to anything I say if you really have a problem. But I would say definitely calorie counting is the way to go. You just got to watch what calories you eat. And everyone has a different threshold as well. So you have to bear that in mind. When it says 2,000 calories on chocolate products or any product for women and 2,500 for men. Of course, men and women come in various shapes and sizes. Some men are 7 feet tall. Some men are 5'6". I can't convert that to centimetres, unfortunately, but but you get the gist of it. 30 centimetres is 1 foot, pretty much. So you've just got to bear that in mind. So I would never assume that you're able to eat 2,000 or 2,500 calories. I think my threshold's 1,600. I think something like that for maintaining a weight. So it's a lot less than 2,500. I think anyway. Yes, there we are. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Cookie. That's very nice of you to say. Oh, how nice. Oh, thank you so much. That's a lovely thing. Thank you. I saw you in the comments the other day, by the way. It was a lovely comment as well. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, No Name. Thank you so much. Yes. Well, as I say, unfortunately, I have no degree or qualifications in nutrition, so you have to bear that in mind. But that's the way I try to look at it anyway. There we go. I'm 5'9". 5'9" I am. Yes. I think that's what mine is anyway. I could be wrong, but I think that's probably what it is. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's about the same height as you. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so I think it's quite low, so that's what you have to be careful with. Yeah, it's a lot lower than you'd think, but it could be different. People have different metabolisms as well. That's the other thing. It's not necessarily just your height. This is like your muscle mass and stuff like that as well. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm the strongest person in the world. But yeah, so just something to bear in mind. I think that's what mine is anyway, as I say, so it just depends, I think. All right, yes, so Phase Arenas. Let's have a look on the I like the name of this one. I've always see this one there. Let's see, so can we see, where's the calories? The calories on this one? I think the calories might be hard to see on this one. I think they might be in the small print at the top. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can see any English on here. Can't spot any English. Might be at the bottom. Well, there you go. See some British there. Finland GB. Milk chocolate with orange truffle filling, 40%. We're excited for this on orange. And this is a new one with all the... there you go. It's got palm fat in it. Skim milk powder, buttermilk powder. Natural orange. May contain nuts. There we go. Almonds and cereals. In milk chocolate cocoa sauce, 30% minimum. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Yes, there we are. So this wasn't around. I think it's been around for a long time. So I don't think this is taking advantage of the chocolate orange craze we have in the UK, by the way. This is kind of I think it's been around for a long time in Finland. Romano might be able to say for sure, I think, but I'm guessing. I think it's another Finnish staple. So quite excited for this one. Let's give it a go. It's got orange truffle filling. Sounds very nice as well. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Give it a bit of an open. Ah, you're trying to bulk up, yes. Yeah, you probably can eat more then, basically, if you're doing that, yeah. You just got to be careful not to, just assume that because you're doing the gym, you're putting, the weight you put on is all muscle. That's something I've done in the past. Yeah, you have to, I'm sure I'm not saying you will be doing that, I'm just saying just be careful. That's why I do when I put a lot of weight on. I thought, well, I'm going to the gym now, I'm being healthy, so clearly any weight I'm putting on is muscle, but it wasn't. So I had to lose about 2 stone in the end. Yeah. That's just me. Obviously everyone's different, so yeah. There we go. So it looks very nice. Well, it smells very nice. There's a bit of an orange smell coming from it. Quite subtle orange smell. We'll try and do it sensibly again, so I can see if I can move it over. Don't know if I can. I might have messed it up already, I think. I think I might have done. It shouldn't be complicated, should it, this? But I guess when you're trying to talk and do this at the same time, it gets it's a bit difficult. But there we go. All right. Yeah, I think we have messed it up quite big time, but there we go. All right, well, my my hand-eye coordination, I guess, while talking is not the best, but there we go. Although I'm sure I could do a better job if I really tried, but there we go. Maybe I've just been a bit too casual. Yeah, all right. Well, there we go. Right, so let's obviously. So we've got nothing too special to look at. It's got your typical sort of phaser marking on it. There we go. Quite interesting. So it sort of has broke apart in places. We can see the centre. It looks quite similar again. A bit more orangey though, maybe you'd say. Slight more orange tint to it. Maybe if it focuses. It's focusing on the background, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't. I can't stop it doing that. Let's see if I can lift it. Oh, there we go. It's a bit better. There we are. Yeah. All right. I think you get the gist there. I prefer it if you could just see it, but there we go. We'll do a bit of a chop as well. In fact, that's a good enough chop, actually, so dissection, isn't it? Yeah, so it's got a thick chocolate top. Not too bad. Yeah, I need to get going back to the gym. I used to go every day, actually, but what with everything that's been going on, I haven't. So, yeah, perhaps one day I'll get back into it. But I was a bit annoyed that the gym was really painful, like stopping my membership and things like this. I'm reluctant to go back again. But it's convenient, near my house. So, all right, let's lift myself up then. Give it a taste. Quite excited for this one. The man says it might be a good rival to the, what was one we just tried? The geisha bar, that was it, yes. Yeah, so obviously this is orange flavoured filling. There we go, okay. Right, let's give it a taste. Got a nice segment here. Let's give it a go. Let's do it. Yeah, it is nice actually, it's very nice. It's got a nice orange flavouring to it. It reminds me a lot of Terry's chocolate orange actually, but a bit softer. Is it 4 out of 5 already? That's a good prediction already. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. It tastes a bit like Terry's chocolate orange, but softer. Obviously, it's a bit more of a praliny centre. Yeah, I would suggest Vimana trying that Terry's chocolate orange. See what you think. If you can get hold of that, it's like you can get it in the bars and things, but it looks like an orange. It's actually spherical. See what you think of that. I think it tastes quite similar actually to this. It's a nice product. I think I perhaps prefer a more solid chocolate. It's not too soft, this one. But obviously it's soft, because it's a bit like, imagine chocolate that's not, it's basically sort of room temperature sort of chocolate. It's quite soft. It doesn't taste too much softer than that, but it is but yeah, obviously we're in the truffle centre, it is quite soft. Also, it's got that nice subtle orange flavour in it, Terry's chocolate orange. So I would say this is very similar, actually. I think if you're more inclined towards soft-scented things like Lindor's and things like that, you might prefer this one. I do like this one. I think it's just a bit. I think unfortunately in the UK we have Terry's chocolate orange, and I just don't think it's quite as good as that. So it's one of those. Unfortunately, I think the flavour is just not. It's very similar, but I think for me I prefer the sort of more solider chocolate. I think. Yeah, it's just one of those. You'd love to freeze all your chocolate just for eating. Unfortunately, do you prefer small frozen chocolate? I don't mind refrigerated chocolate, but sometimes it can affect the taste in a way that may or may not be good. So I don't do it before these reviews. Basically, I like to just have a standard, approach to it. But yes, yeah. The taste of orange is slight. Hi Romana. Yes, just slight and just enough to add to the taste. It's a very nice overall taste. I didn't even know it had orange. But you just said truffle originally. Unless there's different types. Yeah, Romana. What do you think? Is there another type? Is it just a one type, one brand thing? I'm not too sure. I don't know if there's different types of Fazerina or not, with different colours. This one's got orange on it. I don't know if that's the case. I'm assuming not, because I would have thought you would have said. Unless there is different types, we just never realised. Don't know. But an interesting one. But yeah, it is very subtle. Then it is quite a subtle one, I would say. This is something we'll try. It tastes like a Terry's chocolate orange for me. Yeah, I think it's very nice. It is a lovely. It is a lovely taste, actually. All Fazerina are the same. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was just like a range and there was different types of it, but yes. Right, I see. You love chilled chocolate, you say, No Name. Yes, it's not too bad actually, but it depends on the bar really. Some bars taste nicer. Mars bars taste nicer when refrigerated. I think Snickers as well, but some, yes, it's one of those. You can just add a bit more to the taste. Yeah, I like this one a lot actually. I just think, as I say, it's one of those. I don't know what to say really. I don't want to sort of suggest that. I just quite like Terry's chocolate orange, and I think it would be, if these two were together, I think they'd be very much a rival to each other. I think this one's a softer one. So if you like a bit of a softer tasty chocolate, I think this one's definitely the preferable one. But I think Terry's chocolate orange, it's probably got a bit of a strong orange taste than this, maybe. I'm not sure really. I don't know. Maybe because of red chocolate, red that it was orange on it. I'm not sure if I would have known, but I like to think I would have done, but impossible to say now, of course. I think I would have done, to be honest with you, because we have a similar product, as I say, Terry's chocolate orange. It tastes very similar to that, so I think I would have known, to be honest with you, just because we have a similar product. Yeah, I like this one actually. I think it's just a softer Terry's chocolate orange. I think for me, I do prefer the harder choc, basically. I mean, to cut to the chase a bit. I'm sorry I've gone on a bit. But I do like this one. I think it's a 4 out of 5. I think I prefer it than the. I think the geisha one was nice for what it was. I think it had a very much an advantage there, because that sort of bitty, crumbly, candy-like powderiness to it, which I quite enjoyed and made it stand out a bit. But I think I like this one because it's, I say, the orange flavour and there's that flavouring to it. It is nice, but I do like it a lot. Yeah. But yes, Vimana, if you ever do come to the UK, I would try Terry's chocolate orange, see what you think of that. But mind you, having said all that, you might not appreciate it in the way I'm saying, because you like this one because of the soft centre to it. So I might just be talking nonsense. But no, nice. I enjoyed that one. Now I'm just thinking whether to do one last one or whether to. Maybe I've done. The problem you've got is I have a thing called first and last chocolate syndrome, basically. So the first chocolate you have is always really nice because you're very much ready and anticipating chocolate. And the last one, you can be a bit full up and you're thinking, I need to stop. And the last one you might not appreciate as much. So I'm thinking I might. Let's see, just how many have we done? We've done about 6 at least, I think, which is quite a lot, really. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I've done 6. I might save it now and save it for another time, I think. Just because I don't want to taste one when I'm full up on chocolate and not going to appreciate it. So I hope you understand and appreciate that. You know what I mean? And not think I'm just backing out of it. But I've got a couple more at least here. And I've got a few more as well. So probably be enough for a part 2 basically. So I do a vote every week for what people want for the next live review. I generally don't put the same one in 2 weeks consecutively as of last week. But I might do the Finnish one again just because it is a bit different. And it's nice to do really as well. So, you know, and I might try and do a bit more of that. It's just last time it's just getting, I was feeling like maybe we're just doing a bit too similar all the time, but I wasn't sure. But anyway, I think that's one might look into doing. So yeah, so yes, so I think next week might try and I'll put it in for next week, see if people want to do it again. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I think it's been very nice. I might try and get some other countries as well. So if you watch this after the event or at some point or whatever, leave some comments. Let me know of any other chocolates to recommend, Finland or otherwise. They're always great to hear. I can perhaps, if I get enough of them, I can perhaps do a special there as well. Could be an interesting one. Yeah, so there we go. But let me know, as I say, leave a comment or free, and it'd be great. Let's have a look at what the. Let's have a look. We'll end the poll. I think we know who's won this one. Yeah. Maybe at some point I could put Finland in there as well. We can do another face-off again with it. Let's have a see. If it pops up. There we go. Right. Yeah, Belgium 58%, Italy 16%, Switzerland equal 16%, and Germany did get a vote 8%. Yeah, 12 votes. I didn't put the UK or anything like that because I thought, you know, I probably have quite a lot of UK viewers, and they might have just put the UK. And even though I don't know if we really have much chocolate presence in the UK, well, you might not have won actually. I think Belgium might still have won, although of course, you know, yeah. So there you go, an interesting one. That one interesting, but I think I probably would have guessed that Belgium would have won, but interesting one. But yeah, right, well, it's really good. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. It's been really nice to chat to you all. Really good to do something different as well. I hope you enjoy the Finnish chocolate special. It's been a lovely range of bars there, and I've quite enjoyed them, actually. Very nice. I say I'm quite, I don't know if strict is the term I would use for my scoring, but obviously 3 out of 5 is an average chocolate, so most chocolate tastes nice, so, you know, most things are going to be 3, so if it's above 3, it's a nice chocolate, basically. If you get to 4 plus, you know, you're talking really good stuff there. So if giving something a 4, it means it's good. So don't please feel like I'm saying it's not good if it's only a 4. I really mean it's very much above average for that. So there we go. Yeah. You would have thought Switzerland #1 for sure. Did you do good chocolate in Switzerland? Yeah. Yeah, you thought Switzerland, did you? Well, you know, it could have been. I mean, Belgium have quite a reputation, don't they? That's the thing. So maybe you just think chocolate, you think Belgium sometimes. So it can be a bit like that. And you voted for Italy, Joe. Yeah, Ferrero and things like that. Yeah, Italy, I think, perhaps underappreciated for their chocolate. I don't think Germany, they have Ritter Sport and things like this, and they do a lot of own brand products, but I guess it might not be known for quality, but I'm not sure. Vimana, thank you for doing this. I've seen some of these videos, but never commented before. I really like good quality chocolate. Yeah, well, thank you so much. Well, really glad that you appeared and were in the chat and things. I don't feel obliged to it all the time, but it's always great to hear from you, and really nice, especially, you know, being from Finland as well. Well, good to see your opinion and things, and help me on pronunciation most likely as well. And I do apologise if I pronounce your name wrong, as I say. Yeah, my pronunciation is terrible at the best of times, but it's really great to chat to you as well. And as I say, I hope to do. Well, I do like my Finnish chocolate. I do love Fazer chocolate particularly, so I hope to do more of these. It's one of those where, unfortunately, these ones will be probably. I might try and take them out at some point and put them separate, but because they're in the live review, it's a bit harder to do, and you know this, that, and the other. But as I say, it's a bit different. We do it live, so it's nice because I do it live. I get to chat to you as well, so that's what's really nice about it. Thank you, No Name. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you to say. I'm glad that you enjoy the lives as well. It's something a bit different. It's a way to interact, isn't it, as well? I like chatting to you and good hearing from people as well. Something, as I say, different than the usual stuff. So it's been very nice. Now, really nice to chat to you, Vimana. Yes, and lovely to see you as well again, Joe. No Name, of course. AB from before. And thanks for not spoiling the United result. Yeah, that's very nice. And I think it was 34, wasn't it, right at the start. And Lou's so nice as well was here. And Rick was, of course, I think he's disappeared now. Indra appeared as well for a time. So thank you all so much. Really great to chat to you. As I say, really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support and your lovely chat and your comments, things like this. Really, really does mean so much, so thank you. And you just received 4 what? Pours of peanut butter again. Oh, let's see. I was just trying to see what the actual word is there. Pounds of peanut butter. Goodness me, Joe. Honestly, Joe does like his peanut butter, by the way. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can recommend the amount of peanut butter he eats, but but he seems to do okay. Hopefully. I'll enjoy it, Joe. I hope you like it if you're not already eating it. Yeah. Oh dear, well be careful. It's like Rick and his cream eggs. All right, well take it, guys. Yeah, thanks, Nina. Have a great weekend as well. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Yes, be careful. Yeah. There is a bit of a delay, by the way, as I said before, so I might have already gone, unfortunately, by the time I see your chat, and I might have just ended the stream. So I do apologise for that. Normally I can see them after the event, though, so hopefully I will still have seen it. But yeah. Yeah, take care, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much. Hope you have a lovely weekend as well. Have a great weekend, Joe, and you know name, as I say. And anyone else who's watching, of course, have a great time. And thanks again for your comments, all your likes, and all your support. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye for now. Take care, all. Yeah, take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.